So I'm going to go over how you take points from the field, shots from a data collector, turn them into a surface, and then compare them against another surface. In this case, it'll be original ground. So here is the export measure data spreadsheet from the SiteWorks data collector. So all you want to do is come up here, highlight the whole thing, hit data, hit sort by, I always sort by date, and I always go newest to oldest. Now it looks like this work order is created just for these shots, so this might not matter, but so once you do that, you can see OG, original ground shot, road, top, toe, top of channel must be. So there's a lot of shots in this. Once you get down here where there's no date and it's missing information, that's just control. So I'm just going to grab that, drag to the bottom, the whole row, delete. And then I'm going to come in here right past the point code, and I'm going to scroll to the right on that column. Just grab the F all the way across. Right click, delete, and then just delete this top row. And then hit save. It's already in a CSV format, so that's good. Close out. Go into Business Center. Just open a new template. Now first, let's drag in that CSV. And then we want, just be careful, we want point northing easting elevation, code unknown. The default is point easting northing. We want point name northing easting, unknown, not control. So click on that and just hit import. And there's a lot of shots in this topo. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna highlight all these. I think I have it in my template as a shortcut, keyboard shortcut, Control S. If not, you come up to surfaces, surface members, and then let's add them. We're going to call this finish grade, or actually we can create a new surface. So instead of adding surface members, just highlight all those, hit create surface, and we'll just call this surface field topo, and hit enter. So now if we go to 3D, we can take a look at this, and I could tell pretty quickly it actually came in real good. Some parts of this are choppy, and we can clean it up pretty quick. So I'm going to come over here to View Filter. I'm going to hit Show Feature Code. And now we can come up here if we want and hit Break Line. We'll leave it on layer 0, doesn't really matter. Add to surface field topo. So hit OK. So looks like there was a flat bottom on this. It'll probably go to one bottom. So let's just follow some of these. Let's follow the toe of the channel. So just click each of these to create that bottom. And there's commands that do this, but sometimes it's faster just to do it manually. So we're clicking these toes. I'm following right along. You can do it in plan view if you want. Just going to hit new. We'll go back to the beginning. So this new down here makes a new line string. Now I'm going to do the top. Just connect all the ones labeled top. So top channel. I'm going to hit new. I'm going to go back to the beginning. There's another toe. It's got a flat bottom. I'm going to pause the video and do the toe and then the top the exact same way. Actually, it looks like the top cuts out, so I guess I'll just do the toe. I won't pause it. Top toe channel. And Business Center does really well in 3D like this. The only thing that there's is to grab is that point, so when I click at it, it grabs right to it. Now I'm going to hit new. So, I mean, there's this top of channel here. Really should be connected. There was some other stuff with the water here. Fill. You know, some of this that looks choppy we'll have to, you know, so I can connect here to here, and then I see that triangle doesn't look real. So that's actually not too bad. I can hit new again. I can go along this top of cut. I can hit new. I can do top of channel. Well, hit escape and undo. Go back here, top of channel. Of course, the more of these that you connect, the better your surface will get. So, escape out. So there's definitely more that can be done, but this was a pretty good topo for not having to create break lines for such a difficult surface. So that's good enough, and you can spend more time doing more of those if you want. So we get the general idea. We've got our surface. One thing we'll want to do is click on this surface up here, hit edge break line under your surfaces tab, and then we'll just make a new layer. Just call it break line. Make it red. Hit close. Make sure it has the right layer. Hit OK. So let's go back to plan view up here. I'm going to turn the bottom left. I'm going to turn off show feature code. So I've got all these points. I've got the surface and I've got a break line. Now, for this job, there is a point cloud that represents the existing. So I'm going to click on that point cloud .pts file. I'm going to drag that in. And I'm just going to come down here and select US survey foot. Hit OK. It's a lot easier to work with a point cloud than it is to work with an actual surface for a job this size. Actual surface file would be pretty large and it'd slow your computer down. So this is the actual existing surface. I've got one spot I'm looking at. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in. I'm going to come over here to my surfaces. I'm going to turn off the field topo surface. I'm going to undo this, drop down the system layers. I'm going to turn off layer 0, which is those lines. And I'm going to turn off, I'm going to click this show disconnected points. I'm going to uncheck that. So now I've got just this break line and this existing surface, existing point cloud. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to the bottom. I'm going to hit Polygon Select. And I'm just going to click and hold and drag and let go. And then I'm just going to click once and I'm going to go around this whole edge break line, just a little bit wider than our surface. And then double click when you're done. it selects all those lines or all those points, and it does select this line. I usually uncheck it. So I'm going to hold Control in, and I'm going to click on that line. I'm just going to click it to uncheck it. So now we've got a point cloud region selected. We're going to come up here to Surface Members under your Surfaces tab. We're going to drop down Original Ground, and we're just going to hit Add. Come down here to your Project Explorer. Up to Surfaces, drop that down. I'm going to right click on Original Ground. I'm just going to hit Rebuild. I'm going to go back to 3D. Here's your scan. Turn the scan right off because we're done with it. And select out. Here is our original ground. Here is our topo. All I'm going to do is under Surfaces, I'm going to hit Earthwork Report, the far right, Surface to Surface. We're going to start with Original Ground. We're going to end with Field Topo. Just going to hit OK. Come back here. It looks like they cut 27,000 yards out. They actually filled 1,200 yards based on this topo. So pretty simple and straightforward. The most time that you can spend is on fixing and adjusting your surface, but outside of that, it's really just a few steps to compare those two surfaces. So there it is.